Suite de nos aventures dans GREEDFALL. On continue alors après la trahison surprise de Kurt, qui était notre compagnon de fortune. Nous avons mis en sécurité Constantin et ses différents généraux. Nous avons mis aux arrêts certaines personnes qui avaient commandité ce coup d'état dans la continuité de l'histoire, sachant que ce qui se passait dans notre belle cité se passe ailleurs. Il a fallu choisir qui on allait sauver. On a décidé San Matheus et donc on va faire la mission au secours de San Matheus. Entrer dans la ville. Ça se passe ici.
Beg your pardon, Excellency. The city is encircled for their protection. No one can enter. We shall make no exception.
For their protection? Traitor, you have some nerve.
Je sens que ça va dégénérer. Ah, tac. Ça commence bien, hein. Tout de suite avec de l'action. Bon, on s'en doutait un peu. Hein. C'est en train de renverser le pouvoir en place. Essayer de sécuriser leurs actions. On va rejoindre le cardinal. La question que je me pose, c'est est-ce qu'il va y avoir encore d'autres barricades de sécurité? Visiblement, pour l'instant, il n'y a rien.
What's the matter? What just happened to you?
Ah, sir. Those guards, can you believe those ruffians threw us out? For needs of security.
Je peux imaginer vu la situation.
Can you imagine that? As if I could ever be a source of danger. I've served Her Eminence for 8 years, and no one has ever complained of the quality of my service.
My daughter, gather your wits together. There is no cause to lose your nerve.
Father Petrus, it is you. You are right. Forgive me. Do you know why they are behaving in this way?
These soldiers are making ready to attack the Mother Cardinal. They shut the palace, you say?
By the enlightened. Yes, yes, all is locked and barred.
But you have the key to the service entry, don't you?
Yes, of course. But there are a great many of them inside, Father. Oh, St. Matthias, protect us.
Pray for us, my daughter, and give us your key. We shall take care of the rest. Curses. I did not think there would be so many guards.
Ouais.
We'd better go around
Ça
them.
recommence.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Il vaut mieux l'éclater avant qu'il nous attaque avec sa grosse masse. Les attaques de furie font mal. Hein.
We're inside. Now we must hurry and find Cornelia. May the enlightened keep her in his divine blessing. May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Ça commence à craindre du pâté ma vie. J'aurais dû laisser un peu de temps, souvent elle me redonne de la vie.
Come with us, milady. All resistance is futile.
May the light guide my hand!
Catch her! You won't be going any further, Governor.
Il y en a un qui est plus balèze que les autres, on va tous les arrêter. Voilà, on va se concentrer sur un.
Thank you for your help. The enlightened have heard my prayers. Too late for my retinue, alas, but my counselors are without doubt still alive. These soldiers said that they were holding them on the second floor. Might I once again call upon your help? Free them, please, but do be prudent. The palace is undoubtedly still slithering with traitors. Be discreet. The slightest sign of foul play could push them to kill their hostages.
Do not fret. I will handle this.
Je regarde la map. Tout a l'air d'être à d'autres niveaux. Faut regarder si c'est au-dessus ou en dessous. Il y en a au-dessus. C'est cette histoire de pas se faire repérer pour sauver les otages. Est-ce qu'il y a réellement besoin de le faire en stealth ou pas? Merde, je suis de nouveau trop loin. C'est sûr que d'affronter des soldats et de les dépouiller de tout ce qu'ils ont, ça pèse, hein. Que je rentre dans la bonne pièce. Quelque chose, hein.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Alors attends, parce que... Comment ça se fait qu'il y a encore le... C'est du quartier.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Ils ont pas eu le temps de lui donner un coup. C'était peut-être le même, la même bulle en fait. Quoique. Bizarre. Hein. Par contre, ouais, leur plan est très bizarre. Hein. C'est. Ils ont structuré le truc. C'est la salle de bain. C'est ici au cas où. Ah, c'est peut-être ça. Ok, alors la carte, ça dit quoi? Donc là, cet étage c'est clear et il me reste, on va checker la mission pour être sûr d'avoir bien les bons compteurs. Il y a encore 2 mises en hors d'état de nuire et 2 conseillers à sauver. Les conseillers sont là. En tout cas, faut descendre, ça c'est sûr. Je vais descendre par là. On va repartir d'où on vient, je pense que c'est plus sûr. Surtout pas se perdre hein, dans une espèce de château comme ça. C'est bien parce que ça nous fait de l'XP, ça nous fait de l'argent indirectement. Là ça dit quoi hein? Toujours en dessous. Hein. Je crois que lui je l'ai pas dépouillé de tous ces deniers. Ah. Attention. Attention, ils sont nombreux, ça peut être... C'est les situations les plus dangereuses. Hein. Putain. Il reste plus qu'une mise en état de nuire. Plus qu'un petit groupe qui reste. Alors, ils sont où? Bah, tout est là. 2 personnes à sauver, je pense. Donc, ce sont encore à un autre étage. C'est le dernier. Hein. Yes. Tout est sous contrôle. Sauver les conseillers. S'alourdir encore un peu. C'est assez étrange puisqu'on a fait tous les objectifs finalement, il n'y en a pas de nouveau, alors certainement qu'il faut sortir du bâtiment.
Ah, Your Excellency, I am happy to see that you are alive. Is the danger past?
Yes. The last traitors that took the palace have
On
fallen.
a fait couler le sang.
You have nothing more to fear.
I am infinitely grateful to you for your help. I have received reports that the fighting in the city has also ceased. The seditious faction of the Coin Guard have been arrested by a contingent of their brothers in arms. They were firm believers and refused to participate in this infamy. I also learned that Hikmet has fallen. The Bridge Alliance lost its city to the traitors. I can't really say that I regret it. The Bridge Alliance being our enemies, I would have preferred that these brutes had failed and that their commander pay for these crimes. Without your providential rescue, we would have suffered the same fate. I shall never forget what you have done for this city and for me. May the Illuminated bless you. Please, give your cousin these same words of gratitude and the assurance that more than ever, we are allies.
I shall not fail to do so. Goodbye, Your Eminence.
Allez au capitaine de l'avant-poste. Je me souviens pas qu'il y avait ça à faire. Attaque de caravane. Ah, il y a des missions comme ça qui se ferment, c'est dommage. Je peux lui redire un petit mot.
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Sir de Sardet, what can I do for you?
Ah, c'était peut-être une mission dans la région que j'ai malheureusement décidé de ne pas sauver.
What will become of the members of the Ordo Luminis?
Alors,
Demetrius will be sent back to the mainland and will be judged alongside some of his most vindictive colleagues. The Ordo Luminous as a whole cannot be held responsible for the errors of only one of its members. We need the Inquisitors, so some of them will continue their mission.
Who are the missionaries?
It is an order that aims to convert people.
Je sais plus si j'avais posé la question.
You must have met some of its followers in Serene. Most of them leave the comfort of Thélème to visit other countries to spread the good word. This once relatively minor order has become quite significant in recent years and has established itself in politics in the highest positions of our nation.
You seem to know Father Petrus well. What can you tell me about him?
Do I frighten you so much that you do not dare question me directly, my child?
C'est excellent.
Come on, Petrus.
Ça c'est bien, bien foncé. Hein, la réplique en fonction des PNJ.
In response to your questions, Your Excellency, Petrus belongs to the Order of the Missionaries. He spent many years in different countries bringing the light. He is a shrewd diplomat and a devious politician, but I am sure you will appreciate his services.
I must leave you.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Ok. Bon allez, ici. Faire le point avec Constantin. Oula. Il est pas bien. Oh, il est pas bien.
Do I have the time to return and see those dear to me? Constantin, how are you feeling?
Death is on my doorstep,
and all hope has flown through the window. Come closer. What ill tidings do you bring? Yes. I thought you might want to know more concerning the, events that have taken place. The attempted coup d'etat of the traitors. Yes. I am eager to hear what has transpired within these very walls. When I think of the cold-blooded face of that treacherous Kurt. You showed exemplary true courage. Not only have you looked out for me, like always, but you have protected my advisors.
And saved our city and our Mother Cardinal. An immense service that we shall never forget. She has asked me to relay to you her most profound gratitude.
To me? How very nice of her. I imagine that you know that Hikmet had less luck. She flies the banners of the Coin Guard as we speak. Most of the scholars were massacred, but their governor has sought refuge here. This treacherous commander must be celebrating at least his partial success. But his victory will be for a short time. He must be stupid to have thought that the nations of the continents will let him trade with them and won't cut him off. I wish him luck in finding a port that will welcome him, and you were able to catch his lieutenants. The squires will pay for the crimes of their masters, as happens too often.
It is hard to swallow that Kurt betrayed us. We've known him for such a long time. To think that he trained both of us, drumming into us, fight with honor. How tragically ironic.
You were able to turn that to our advantage. That little phrase is what saved our lives. As to why he betrayed us, he has taken that with him to the tomb. Fortunately, the entire guard did not follow his example. Many have remained loyal.
What do you plan on doing to them? How can we give them our complete trust?
We cannot. But we cannot do without soldiers either. We shall have them pledge allegiance to the Congregation of Merchants, and I shall name a trustworthy intendant to keep them in line. Nothing more can be done.
Before you leave,
I must ask you something.
All right, I'm listening.
I'm always suffering, cousin. I'm in such terrible pain and we're yet to discover a cure. Don't blame yourself. I know how much you do for me. Yet, I'm afraid that before the sickness claims me, the pain will have driven me mad. If only there was a way to ease my suffering.
I know of a healer, with powers that are legendary amongst the clans. It is rumored he can alleviate even the most terrible pains. His village is west of the city. I could take you there.
One of our holy men lives in San Matheus. His healing powers are supposedly miraculous. Alas, it is a miracle we are in need of, my son.
If I may, Your Highness, we have the best physicians in the world. It shouldn't stop Father Petrus from praying for a miracle. It can't do any harm.
I'm nothing more than a sailor. I don't have much to offer when it comes to healing. As it would seem Telemae pray for the Malachor, just like the Bridge Alliance. Perhaps it would be best to ask for aid from those not suffering from the plague.
Thank you, as always, for your advice. Cousin, you are the only one I trust, so please, don't let me lose my mind.
I'll follow the leads and find a way. I won't let you down. Hold on. I'll be back as soon as I can.
On va donc terminer avec le coup d'état. Et on a débloqué le sort de Constantin avec les souffrances de Constantin. On va continuer avec ça. Donc trouver le guérisseur, demander de l'aide. Et un médecin demander de l'aide. Ouais, chacun de nos amis qui reste, on va essayer de voir ce qu'on peut faire. De toute façon, il faut bien commencer par quelqu'un. Région d'Hikmet, demander de l'aide au meilleur médecin. Je sais plus si c'est ici où On avait le choix de venir pendant l'insurrection. Je me souviens plus le nom du deuxième patelin. Non, ils sont malins. Alors, ça peut être des bandits la nuit, hein. C'est pas la première fois que je me fais attaquer. Par contre, là, ils sont particulièrement nombreux, je trouve. Un petit peu de magie, un peu de santé. Alors, attends. Il est où, mon dieu? C'est ici, non?
Brutes, leave me. I will follow you nowhere.
Come now, be reasonable.
Ah oui, c'est pas moi, je me dis mais pourquoi elle me parle
require
comme
the
ça?
talent of a doctor, and we
On
would
va
prefer
s'occuper
to
d'eux.
have the best. But an accident is quick in coming. I don't want to have to settle for second best.
I should intervene. These thugs don't seem to care about her well-being.
Well, well. What do you want?
Se casser la gueule.
You need to leave the doctor alone.
Is that so? Well, let's see if you can live up to your gigantic mouth.
Maybe enlightened protect me in this.
Quoi, hein? Il en reste?
What a terrible mess. What a bunch of idiots. Thank you for your help. I don't know where they wanted to take me, but those brutes had the most detestable manners.
I'm happy to have been of service. Nevertheless, our presence was not a coincidence.
Are you in need of a doctor?
Indeed. My cousin is suffering from the Malachor. I know that there's no cure yet.
But you still hope. Because surrender is unbearable. I know that. I came here because I couldn't bear to watch the sick die any longer. I had hoped to never see a case of this disgusting disease. Yet here you are. I would like nothing more than to send you looking for help elsewhere. But I cannot refuse you. Not after your intervention back there. You were so helpful. And it is only right that I return the favor. I shall leave immediately for New Serene.
Bien.
I'll do my best to help your cousin with the pain. That's all that I'm in a position to promise.
Thank you, Doctor. I won't ask for anything more.
I'm afraid our search for this doctor was nothing but a waste of time. What can she even do for Constantin anyway, besides prescribe some bloodlettings?
We can only hope that she will manage to alleviate his condition.
Elle est encore dans la pièce, hein. Je vous dis ça comme ça. Ensuite... destination... Guérisseur, ce sera par là. La grande place, donc là on sort de chez nous. La résidence de la magistrate est par là.
Excuse me, are you Cecilius, the famous healer?
I am a healer only through the grace of the illuminated. What can I do for you, my child?
My cousin, the governor of New Serene, is in dreadful pain.
Well, that's terribly sad. Was he wounded in combat? Was it during the Coin Guards' rebellion?
Alas, no. He is afflicted with the Malachor, and his days are numbered. We're looking for a cure, but...
Now that's a true miracle that you require. And I fear that they're extremely rare in these pagan lands.
Cecilius, my friend. If there's anyone on this island capable of helping the governor, it is you. Have you not been blessed by the illuminated? Is it not your obligation to aid our allies? Without them, who knows what would have happened to our holy city during the plot?
Petrus, you always knew how to weave words to get what you want. Very good. I'll go to New Serene and try to ease the governor's pain. But do not feed on vain hopes. There are trials that we must accept to undertake with humility.
Thousand thanks, Cecilius.
May the Illuminated go with you, my child. There is no miracle that he cannot accomplish. I will pray that you find this cure that we need so desperately.
I have not lost hope.
Cecilius is an extraordinary healer. I'm certain he'll be able to at least alleviate Constantin's pain.
I do not know your magic very well. But if it's so powerful, why would you have to come here to look for an antidote?
All I'm hoping for is that he will manage to give my cousin some time and some respite while we look for an antidote.
Petit dernier, et
Quesi! Get out! Who do you think you are to defoil our ritual? One of those mind shakers, no doubt.
Aiden, it is your duty to assure we are not interrupted.
1,000 pardons, Tien. It is indeed one of those mind shakers.
A mind shaker? Look at him more closely, Aiden. He is an Almanawi. Present yourself and tell me why you interrupt our ceremony.
My name is Desardet. I have come looking for you to ask for your help.
I greet you, Donegad. We are so sorry to have interrupted your ritual. But my friend truly needs your advice.
Don't excuse yourself. Are you the daughter of Bladnid? Are you not a Donegad as well?
It is true. But my powers of healing are far less powerful than your own.
And you travel with a mind shaker. Strange trio.
I am Bishop Petrus, but I am not a mind shaker. A missionary. Why, pray tell, are you asking?
There are people wearing the same insignia that pass their time troubling the minds of my people.
Missionaries? I was not aware. I'm only here to accompany my friend, I assure you.
He is not a bad man, Donegad, even if his beliefs are foreign and strange.
Then, how can I help you?
My cousin suffers from a terrible sickness, the Malachor.
I do not know this sickness. But perhaps we call it by a different name.
It turns the blood black and provokes terrible suffering. And alas, it is fatal in all cases.
We've never seen the ailing touched by such a sickness. And I doubt I am able to heal your cousin.
We are looking for a remedy, but urgently need to relieve his pain. Could you slow the progression of the sickness? Keep him from suffering?
In that, I can help you. I know how to make one forget the pain, even the most severely wounded.
But Tiern, with all that is happening now, you cannot leave to visit this ill person.
It is true. My village needs me now. I cannot leave. I must attend them.
What is going on? Perhaps we can help you.
Truly? You?
Do they have a choice, Aiden? They do really seem to have need of me, don't they?
Well then, tell us what we need to do.
The situation has become unbearable. And it all started when these mind shakers began arriving. They wanted to convert everyone and take them to another place. Turn them away from us. And of course, the village folk would not be persuaded. But the mind shakers remained.
And it was also at that time the Tenlands started to attack. It is not their way to do as such.
There are many wounded, and recently many have gone missing. We must discover from where these monsters come.
I can try and talk sense into the missionaries, perhaps with the help of Bishop Petrus. As for the attacks of the creatures, I will see what I can do. But I need more information.
Our master hunter, or the families of the Taken, could most likely help you.
Very well. I'll take care of it. Make preparations to accompany us.
The days are burning like very thin candles.
Do not worry. If you see to the concerns of my village, I will be most happy to accompany you.
Bon, les autres ça a été facile, celui-là ça va demander un peu de
He may be able to explain all there is to learn about these attacks.
Parler aux chasseurs.
Good day. Are you the master hunter?
Beortir to madre, Naixe. I am indeed one and the same person. What do you want of me?
The Denegad, Katasach, spoke to me about the animal attacks. Can you tell me more?
The Ten Lands have been angered. They are very angry. The beasts have always lived here. But they only attack if we tread near their nest. Of late, they attack on sight. There have been many wounded, and some of our young have even disappeared. It may be that the Ten Lands killed them, but it is also possible they followed the missionaries.
What can you tell me about the Ten Lands?
They are normally very peaceful creatures, very calm, but who defend their young with fury. During the attacks, I noticed that they were not all the same. Not all from the same nest.
What do you mean?
That the other beasts don't come from here, but from other places. And that they are coming more and more often.
Were there many victims?
Many wounded. Thanks to the healing powers of the Donegan, they survived. But the attacks happen more and more often. And they come with greater fury. I try to chase them away, to destroy any nests that I found, but still, more of them come. And now our children disappear. Distress alone could kill our village.
Can you tell me who the children are?
A young fisherman and a gatherer. You will find the sister of the woman and the brother of the man in the village.
I will go and see them. I believe I can help you in your fight against the Ten Lands. How would you advise me to go about it?
You must destroy their nests. It's sad, but the only way to stop their numbers growing. There are most likely 3 around here. I can point you in the direction to one that I discovered. I would have taken care of it, but my village cannot spare my presence here. I must keep watch. I did not find the 2 others.
Merde.
Some in the village may know where to find them.
And how would I go about destroying the nests?
You must burn them and kill the dominant one, or else they will build again.
Brûler et
we
tuer
see
le boss.
them especially at dawn. After that, we no longer see them. But be careful, Renaxe. The night belongs to the Ten Lands. That is when they are most
pas la
awake.
nuit, au petit matin.
Going out at night is very dangerous.
I thank you for your advice. We shall go and destroy these nests come dawn. Isn't it odd that these creatures who are normally passive have become so aggressive?
Yes.
C'est passé quelque chose, hein.
Yes. This has never happened in my lifetime.
What do you know? Speak. Lives are at risk.
I do not speak of things I am not sure of. The Renaigse, like you, do not understand the bond we have with nature.
I must be
Oh,
going.
j'ai déjà mes...
Katasach advised us to speak with the families of those missing. Perhaps they might know where the Ten Lands have built their nests.
Famille sur ma gauche. Si je peux avoir les positions de tous les nids, déjà ce sera bien. évitera de me balader
I've been sent here by your
à des moments un peu dangereux.
I hope he is right and that you are not like the Mind Shakers.
Non, je suis pas comme ça.
My sister has gone missing.
It is for that very reason that I am here, to attempt to find her or to understand what has happened.
Then I will tell you what I know.
Your sister, what does she look like?
She is a very beautiful young woman, kind and sweet. I miss her so very much.
Is she very careful? Does she know she should be wary of the beasts?
Oh yes, she knows it very well. But she has been star-eyed of late, and the stars make you forget all caution.
How long has she been missing?
2 nights have gone by since. She told me that she was going to gather berries. It was early in the day, but she never returned. I called for her from the edge of the village, in vain, and the Tenlands were roaming.
Do you know where she usually goes picking?
Certainly, in the clearing. We find a great many berries there.
How long has she been missing?
2 nights have gone by since. She told me that she was going to gather berries. It was early in the day, but she never returned. I called for her from the edge of the village, in vain, and the Tenlands were roaming.
Do you know where she usually goes picking?
Certainly, in the clearing. We find a great many berries there.
Is there anyone in the village that might want to harm her?
No. No, everyone loves her. Maybe a little too much.
Why do you say that?
She is beautiful and young. The Mind Shakers took notice. And the boys of the village did as well.
What do you think has likely happened?
She might have been attacked by the Tenlands. But it was early, and they come out mostly at night.
You think it might have been something else?
I hope. Even if it is a strange hope. Perhaps she was taken by the Mind Shakers. They were pestering her the other day. They behaved without respect. A boy intervened and chased them off.
But you think that they might have captured her when she was outside of the village? That merits inspection.
Bien.
I must leave now.
Deuxième membre des familles disparues, allez voir.
Good day. My name is de Sardet, from the congregation. I've been told that someone dear to you has disappeared.
Yes, my little brother. He left to go fishing, like every day, and he did not return.
Your Denegat asked me to help you. Any information you can give me will be very useful.
This is true? I hope your words to be heartfelt. My insides are twisting in fear that my brother is lost.
Can you describe your brother for me?
He is young, rather tall and strong. The girls find him handsome. He is such a nice boy, but he is wild off the tether, and often his curiosity gets him in trouble.
Can you tell me more precisely when he disappeared, where, and under what circumstances?
It was 2 days past. I saw him leave to go fishing, as he was often to do.
And you cannot remember anything out of the ordinary?
No, he was full of joy, full of life. I am so worried about him.
Did your brother have any enemies?
No, I can't think of anyone who would plant strangleweeds in his garden. Perhaps a youthful rivalry. He didn't get along particularly well with the Master Hunter, but it was nothing serious. Perhaps the Missionaries. He did get into a fight with them, but they surely wouldn't have taken him.
It's still a lead. Was he close to anyone?
He has been dreamy and more joyful than usual. Those are the signs of someone stricken with love. But he no longer wants to share secrets with me. He told me that he has grown beyond the shadow of his brother. And the birds in his branches are his.
What do you think most likely happened to him?
He could have come face to face with Tenlands. They've become angry of late. But he knew how to avoid them. He might have had a run-in with the Mindshakers as well. He got into a fight with them a while back.
Ah, ça c'est intéressant.
Because of a young girl in our village.
You think the missionaries might have sought vengeance?
I don't know. But he might have went to find them in their village. He bears no good feelings towards them.
I will go and see. Maybe they can tell me more. I must be leaving.
Ok. Ah, retrouver les villageois disparus. Trouver et détruire le nid. Nécessite la préparation de l'alchimie.
Do you have any news? Do you know where my sister is?
Not yet, but I've not given up the search. I must leave now.
Ouais, non, il faut que j'ai, à mon avis, avant qu'il... Je sais plus si c'est elle la première qui devait me donner le premier. Préparation alchimie de dégâts alimentaires. Alors visiblement dans mon inventaire j'en ai, mais j'ai besoin d'un science niveau 2. C'est là-dedans, non? Tisana, intuition, science. Putain, faute de niveau. Bah, on va aller parler aux missionnaires. Je me souviens pas trop si on a été dans cette direction. Le pont me parle, mais on en a croisé. Ah, les bestioles, si je me souviens. Je me souviens des bestioles. Oh, ils sont costauds, là. Je me suis peut-être attaqué au plus gros aussi. Ouais, c'est aussi pour ça. J'ai tapé le boss des monstres. Je me souviens pas la première fois que je me suis baladé ici qu'il y avait des gens, encore moins des gens à qui parler. Alors, je ramasse mon loot. Ah oui, c'est qu'un point de passage. Encore moins, c'est pour ça.
Good day. I'm the legate of the congregation of merchants on this isle. Might I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Our allies from the continent are always welcome among us. What do you want to know?
Could you tell me what your mission here is?
We must return these lost souls to the light, and guide them so that they might receive the revelation. We have constructed the perfect village, Eden, where they might discover peace. In this protected paradise, they can receive divine teachings and join the illuminated, chosen people.
Have you heard about the Tenlan attacks on the village?
I didn't know those creatures were given that name.
Ces créatures, d'accord.
Yes, we have heard talk about the attacks. We offered them our help and some comfort in their most difficult hour.
In exchange for some inspiring conversation, I suppose.
Of course. These horrible beasts have most certainly been sent by the demons of this isle. To chase only a few away would be of no use. If they truly desire peace, they must see the light.
You haven't been victim of these attacks?
On occasion, yes. But thanks to the Illuminated, we were able to chase them away with little effort.
You seem to assert that the attacks of these Tenlans is somehow linked to the demons on the isle. Whereas these are creatures that the natives have always known. They nest beside them.
These are familiar beasts, but hasn't anyone informed you that their patterns have changed? These creatures have been riled up by the demons of the island, who have come to realize we are near victory. Sending them against these poor people, they maintain them in a state of fear and obedience to their shaman healer. There is only one way to truly make these attacks cease, my child. Convert these people. Defeat these demons.
The Denegat of this village wishes for you to depart. You disturb the tranquility of their village.
And you expect us to obey him? Haven't you understood that he is a servant of the island's demons? To leave would be to abandon the simplistic souls of all those that follow him, ceding victory to the demons. No, my child. We will not leave this place until the light shines over every dwelling.
Il y en a une qui a quelques petits soucis derrière, on la voit tourner en rond.
I must go. We're going to need to find some leverage if we want to force these missionaries to leave.
Bah sinon c'est le fight.
Through their belongings will give us something we can use to put pressure on.
Je peux fouiller un peu.
One more thing.
Yes.
Ah, faut peut-être venir quand il fait nuit, non? Attends, on va regarder la map déjà. Ouais, faut pouvoir rentrer à l'intérieur. Bon. Allons voir les nids. Alors, par contre, il me faut de la préparation. Ça m'embête un peu. On va aller voir.
Here is one of the 3 nests that I needed to destroy.
Alors attends, parce que... C'est un peu bizarre le truc d'objectif là. Bon, on va déjà taper les monstres.
I must kill the dominant one before destroying the nest.
Dominant. Ah ouais d'accord, ok, il arrive. Heureusement que je suis capé, hein. Ok. Faire exploser, préparation chimique, dégâts élémentaires. J'ai pu placer celui que j'avais dans mon inventaire en fait. Je pense que c'est pour en fabriquer d'autres que j'ai peut-être besoin de. On va retourner dans l'inventaire. C'est où déjà? Pas évident. Voilà. Hop, c'était ici, préparation. Non, c'est là peut-être. Putain. Oh l'inventaire. La préparation élémentaire. Si aussi c'est bon, j'en ai d'autres. Eh ben impeccable. Oh. Ah oui, c'est pour en fabriquer avec à base de résine de pin et d'ambre. Nice. Bon bah nickel. Et ben on continue. On va pouvoir tout péter. On continue par là. Alors par contre le temps a un peu passé, ça se trouve on a passé le coche, on n'est plus au petit matin, ça doit être déjà la journée. Bon, là il y a le nid déjà. Okay. On est toujours le petit matin, impeccable. On va déjà mobiliser un maximum. Yes, fallait tuer le dominant en fait. Oh putain, dégage. Non, ça va, ça me tue pas. J'ai eu peur. Bon, bah il nous en reste un alors. Retrouver les villageois. Non, ça c'est l'eau d'objectif. On m'a perturbé cette affaire.
A basket full of berries and a trap full of fish. All of it scattered and half eaten by beasts. Our 2 lost souls were here together. They must have been attacked, or they wouldn't have left these behind. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find their trail.
C'est dans le coin. Des traces de sang.
That cavern seems home to some creatures. Let's be wary. It could very well be the lair of that great tenland the hunter spoke of.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Je vois pas où ils sont.
Older than the others. Judging by his clothing, he was a missionary. The 2 others are more recent, a man and a woman. Our missing couple, no doubt. They were dragged here and devoured alive. What a tragic fate.
M'étonne. Sois particulièrement prudent en ramenant le grand Tellman blanc dans cette grotte, il est terriblement féroce. Et en plus, les autres bêtes répondent à son appel. Tout notre plan repose là-dessus, alors essaie de ne pas être victime à ton tour.
I cannot believe that these missionaries used such a ruse to achieve their goals. 2 youths died because of them.
Now you understand why some of
Oh putain! D'accord.
their words are only speech, but all they
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Attends, lui, faut...
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Tout faire péter tout de suite. Yes.
Let's return to the village. Their families need to be informed.
Bon, en tout cas, il faut sortir. Tour au village, alors on va choper les familles d'abord.
Well, Onolmanawi, have you found my brother?
Malheureusement,
I found him, but I'm truly sorry your brother
j'aime
is
pas
dead.
être porteur de mauvaises nouvelles, mais là...
May the earth welcome him. I felt it. How did it come to pass? He knew every stone on our lands. It couldn't have been an accident.
He had a liaison with a young girl from the village. They would meet in a clearing, and they must have forgotten the hour. Night took them by surprise, and a tenland crossed their path. I found both of them, in the cavern of the beast.
How terrible. Why did he go to see the girl in secrecy? They could have... I must recover his body. To give it up to the earth, as is our custom. Where is it?
With the body of the girl he loved, in a cavern near the clearing. But it is a dangerous place. Other tenlands might still be roaming there, though I did kill quite a few.
I have a duty owed to my little brother. Thank you, Onolmanawi. I will not forget this.
I must be leaving.
J'aurais pu gagner un petit point de réputation quand même. Je sais plus s'il y a le deuxième, alors par contre je vais pas le retrouver, je vais aller à l'objectif. J'ai pété tous les nids.
Do you have any news? Do you know where my sister is?
Bon bah voilà.
Yes. I'm truly very sorry.
Oh no. Na. Ser Tonsidag. Please do not tell me that she
Pourrais
is
lui dire,
dead.
mais ça serait
I
mentir.
found her body in the lair of the great Tenlin, not far from the clearing.
But how could she have been surprised by the beasts? She knew the danger.
She went out to meet the young fisherman. The time must have flown by, into the night. I'm so sorry. We found them both dead.
I must bring her body back to carry out the rite.
You should not go alone. I killed as many as I could, but it would be better to be prudent.
I should follow your counsel on Olmenawi. 2 deaths are enough. Thank you. Thank you.
Ok. C'est fait.
I must leave now.
Là, la réputation a fait un bond, ça c'est bien. C'est marrant, j'ai toujours 2 sur 3, c'est marrant, j'en ai pété 3 des trucs.
May the trees protect you on Olmenawi. My sister may now return to the earth.
Alors soit il y a un bug, soit je suis passé à côté de quelque chose. Alors. Il me reste encore le truc avec les missionnaires, je vais retourner les voir.
One more thing.
Yes?
I fought against a great number of Tenlins. One that was quite spectacular. A great white beast. Its mere presence seemed to aggravate the others, attract them and make them aggressive.
A beast sent by the demons, no doubt. But...
Stop taking me for a fool. We also found a journal detailing your vicious plan. I have only one piece of advice to give you. Leave, and quickly. Or the Mother Cardinal will learn every detail of your manipulations.
We shall be leaving as soon as possible. But let it be known that you are abandoning all of these poor souls to damnation.
Perhaps you should be more concerned about your own soul, sister. People have died by your fault.
Faire partir les missionnaires. Ok. Alors par contre là... Ce qui m'embête c'est le... Je vais rechecker quand même dans les grottes si ça a bien pété. Qu'est-ce qu'on a dans la cabane? À un moment donné on voulait s'y infiltrer. Le journal de la mère missionnaire. Notre mission prend beaucoup de temps. Ces pauvres sauvages s'accrochent à leurs croyances puériles et refusent de voir la lumière qui pourrait sauver leur âme, et il nous faut faire preuve de plus grande patience. Hélas, cette résistance inattendue pèse sur mes confrères et j'ai pris l'un d'eux forçant une de ses enfants. Il a pris l'air contrit et m'a assuré qu'il ne le referait plus, mais je suis persuadé qu'il n'est pas le seul à avoir fauté, que ce n'était hélas pas la première fois. Les imbéciles, je dois désormais tout faire pour que leur acte reste secret. Si notre ordre, la mère cardinale en avait vent, nous serions tous envoyés. Ouais. Bon, je suis de retour, j'espère que ça a marché. On va voir.
May the trees protect you on Olmenawi. My sister may now return to the earth.
Alors, c'est bugué. Enfin, moi j'ai l'impression que c'est bugué. J'ai l'impression, en fait, comme au moment où j'ai fait péter le 3ème nid, il y avait une narration qui était en cours, les monstres sont apparus. Alors, est-ce que j'étais trop vite? Ce que je vais faire, je vais essayer de recharger les sauvegardes antérieures et de voir si ça débloque la situation. Bon, j'ai tout refait, j'ai toujours que 2 sur 3. C'est comme si finalement le 3ème nid qu'on a tapé était pas le bon.
Do you have any news?
Bon, là je vais passer. Elle est morte. Je sais plus si ça y était cette ligne de dialogue tout à l'heure.
We knew their nesting grounds and kept clear of them. But now they are everywhere and they attack everyone. They've even been known to come as close as the clearing where we pick berries. Very far from their favorite grounds.
Do you know how to fight them?
No, I am not a fighter. If you want such advice, ask the Master Hunter.
Very well. I will go and investigate this clearing. Perhaps they built a nest nearby.
It is possible, because before there was never one near there.
I must leave now.
Si ça me parle ce truc. Ah bah, voilà le troisième. Alors en fait j'ai repris mon enregistrement et en fait j'avais pas parlé du talent. Le coup des missionnaires en fait c'était effectivement qu'il fallait retourner les voir, et les talents c'est ça qui nous permet de débloquer le troisième endroit. C'est pas un bug, c'est moi qui ai cru que j'avais déjà parlé avec elle de ce sujet là. Alors c'est vraiment dommage que les lignes d'écriture déjà utilisées soient pas en grisé, parce que ça permettrait d'éviter ce genre de méprise. En tout cas, je devrais choper le troisième nid. Ça, c'est la bonne nouvelle. Est-ce que je suis là? On peut y accéder par là. Non. Par où on peut y accéder? Yes, c'est bon.
Given the presence of the tenons in this clearing, there must be a nest not far from here.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Constantin mentioned that the dominant one only came out at dawn. I should come back later.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
On va aller au feu de camp et on peut passer le temps. Voilà, on va nettoyer la zone. N'ayez pas peur.
It is dawn, the ideal moment.
Ah,
I must kill the dominant and destroy
c'est bon.
Protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Tiens, petite bombinette. Alors.
The third nest is destroyed.
Ah.
The master hunter will be relieved to hear it, I'm sure. The nests are destroyed, and with the death of the White Tenon, the attacks should cease. And we are even able to convince the missionaries to leave. Katasak should be willing to follow us now. Let's go and find him.
Alors, prochain objectif. Emmener Katasak, voir Constantin.
I can see from your face that you were victorious.
Sourire de la
Indeed,
victoire.
I put the White Tenlin down, who was enraging his kind, and destroyed their nests. The attack should no longer trouble you. As for the missionaries, we were able to convince them to leave, although they were not willing to reveal their involvement in the attacks that caused you such harm.
And so they were in some way responsible. I had my suspicions, but I could not see their reasons.
They brought a particularly large beast here that attracted and enraged the others.
This is what provoked the attacks and brought on our despair. These people have blood on their hands.
In the end, we found the missing young ones. But alas, it was too late. Devoured by wild beasts.
Undivorced tear end. You did well on Almanawi. Now they shall be able to find the rest.
Will you agree to accompany me now? My cousin needs your help.
I have packed what is needed. I am ready to journey with you.
Bien. Il va se transformer quand là?
This pain, it'll be the death of me. I can't control my body. It's like being a stranger in a marionette set ablaze, consumed by a smoldering fire. The moment's growing near, isn't it? Am I about to surrender my ghost to the Reaper of Souls? You pop in just when you're needed, cousin, as always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your cousin is burning.
That is such a relief.
Let me present Katisach, Constantin. He is the greatest healer on the island. He will help you.
Please, stay.
I am here for you, Français, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness. The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you. Neither sign surgeon nor mage doctor could do a damn thing to alleviate my pain. I give you my last ounce of hope. Thank you, cousin. I don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.
Souffrance de Constantin, c'est fini. Tente de rencontrer les membres du conseil, demander l'aide, pouvoir parler. Alors, qu'on voit un petit peu où on en est. Ah bah on a terminé avec ça. Ok. Demander l'aide pour parler. Ah oui, c'était l'histoire du saut qui me manquait dans l'épreuve des eaux, je me souviens, et c'est pour ça que j'étais basculé de mission. Et donc, visiblement, Katasach pour pouvoir parler à Glendan. D'accord. Ah ouais, donc, c'est-à-dire que le jeu considère qu'il fallait avancer avec l'autre axe narratif pour pouvoir continuer l'épreuve des eaux. Bah, j'ai bien fait de changer et de pas essayer de chercher absolument à avoir le saut à tout prix.
Greetings, Katasach.
Bertirtumat, what can I do for you?
Demander des nouvelles de Constantin ou l'envoyer.
How is my cousin doing?
He's filled with dread as death approaches. Forgive him his mood swings. He's such a young boy, and he had so much desire to live. Thanks to my treatment, he suffers less. But his disease is getting worse, and I don't know what to do. It would take a power far superior to mine to break the grasp of this evil.
I'm looking to meet Enomil Frichtman. I went all the way to the village council.
But they did not let you speak to Glendan the Elder.
Precisely. They said that only the friends of a member of the council might enter.
And my word was not enough. It seems that I must be a Mal to be heard.
Do not be sad, daughter of Bloodnid. One day you will be as great a chief as your mother. And you too will have a seal. This seal will allow you to give voice to the friends of your clan. Those who may speak in your name. Here, friend of Wenxavier. Take my seal and go and meet Glendan. But you must convince him and no doubt pass many trials. Many monsters and traps are hidden on the path you seek to follow.
Thank you, Katasach. Why are you helping me?
I do not wish to lose the one who placed his life in my hands. And you have already.
C'est vrai que j'ai prouvé que j'étais un gars bien.
I hope that Glendan will allow you to meet this god, cousin. Leave as soon as you can. Godspeed.
Have no fear. I'll do whatever it takes.
Bien.
I must go.
Donc, on va reprendre la carte du monde et on va retourner aux portes du cœur.
You have returned. The rule is still
Je me doute. Alors, demander à rencontrer, présenter le
Here
son.
is the seal of the Denegad Katasach,
Ah,
of the village
ça a
of
tout changé, là.
And so you are a trusted friend of the great healer.
Et ouais.
You must see your true face and find it worthy. Enter. You are welcome.
Bien. Plaisir. Ne plus être foulé comme à l'entrée d'une boîte de nuit.
I give you warm greetings, Glendan. I am Disarday, legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Your merchant congregation sways me very slightly from my path. But you are a current of Katasach. His trust in you makes me stop and look at you. What brings you here?
I seek a remedy. My cousin, as well as many other people on our island, suffer from a terrible sickness. We think that only Enon Miel Frictamen can help us find a cure.
Really? And Katasach sent you to see me?
He told me that the only way to meet with your god was to come and see you. You would judge our worthiness.
Judge your intentions? Yes, that I can do. But even if I should do this, you would have many trials to pass. For the path you seek to follow has only been tread but a very few times, and you are the first Renaigse to set foot upon it. We must begin where everything begins. There is a trial. The trial of water. It will show us the reflection of your soul.
What must I do?
You must go to a cavern and tell me what you see on the seal you will find deep in its center.
And this cavern is guarded, I suppose.
That is true. But the simplest solution is not always the best. It is a path with many forks. I hope you will prove that you understand the spirit of our people and our island. Go now. Show us your true face, and return purified by the waters of the cavern.
Accomplir l'épreuve des eaux.
What can you tell me about the sanctuary?
It is the most sacred place of the island. The hidden face, and still seen by all of you. Enol Mil Frictimen. I protected these doors like my father before me and his father before him. And still none of us have ever entered.
Am I to gather that there has never been a High King in your family?
We are heads of the Council of Kings. And so it is prohibited for us to present ourselves. We must remain impartial.
I see. And so you cannot speak to me about what you find inside?
The heart of the island beats near here, the volcano. And I know that it is a place full of life.
What can you tell me about your god?
That the word God is too small to hold him. He is Tir Fradi in all and everything. The wisdom of his people, the gentleness of his rivers, the strength of his volcano. You are looking for wisdom to heal the Renaigse, but you still see it with the eyes of a sort of Donegat. He is much more than that. He is the essence of all life, of all magic, the spring.
Can you tell me anything more about the role of the Council?
We gather here at every long night and every short night. During these nights, the clans are in disagreement and come here looking for wisdom of the Council, and of course also the High King. Those who have complaints against their Mal may also be heard here and find justice. And when important events take place, if the balance is threatened, then we also meet here, so that the wisdom of all might be shared, and that we might act as a same people.
I must leave. Goodbye.
Qua awelam seg.
You have spoken to Glendan as you wanted. What more can I do for you?
I was asked to pass the trial of water. What do you know about it?
I have never passed it. Only those who must reveal their soul walk this path. the High Kings and Queens. It is a tremendous honor given to you, Renaigse.
Do you have any advice to give me?
I only know that the trial can be passed in many ways, and your choice will reveal the makings
Je sens les pièges là.
One way is through strength, the other by ruse and heart.
Je sens que ça va se terminer par la force cette affaire.
The trials are kept secret. Anything else?
Nothing else, thank you.
Oui,
I need to leave.
Il m'a pas beaucoup éclairé. Je me doutais d'un truc dans ce genre là.
Do not lose yourself in your own reflection.
Comment on y accède? C'est par là?
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed, and there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
Look, they're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep.
Ouais, mais comment je la pose sans qu'il me trouve? Mon inventaire, il est là. Je sais même pas si j'ai ça dans mon poisonné, magique, élémentaire, ouais. Furie, puissance. J'en ai même pas. J'en ai pas droppé, ça c'est marrant.
I do not have a sleeping potion on me.
Je vais peut-être essayer de revenir au village et d'en faire. Et je suis bête, il me faut un point de science donc je l'aurai jamais. Bon bah on va le faire par la force. Hein. Alors j'ai quand même regardé, hein, mais si on va à une table de craft entre guillemets, bon on voit qu'il nous faut des sciences niveau 1, ça y a pas de souci. On voit qu'il faut bouteille d'eau de vie et potion endormante. Potion endormante, bon j'ai ce qu'il faut. Avec bien sûr encore une fois science niveau 1. Par contre j'ai besoin de bouteilles d'eau de vie. Et si je rush et que je me casse, non, on peut pas. Bon, tant pis. Ce qui m'embête le plus, c'est que je suis sûr que je vais perdre des points avec la demoiselle et je va me faire une réflexion ou pas? Du style, je t'aime plus. Continue. Allez.
I need a bit of practice.
Si je rush, hein. Non, pareil. Là donc il faut avoir des compétences physiques pour pouvoir éviter le combat. mort. Ok.
May the enlightened help us.
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes.
Ah.
Exactly like the lightning
On va
struck
écouter
tree.
avec attention ce
I
qu'il
was
nous
something
dit.
else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this are guides.
Ah oui, dis-nous.
Keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky.
Les airs,
I was
le
floating,
vent.
carried by the wind, and it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder.
Le froid.
I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed
Soleil,
me.
la chaleur.
Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek.
Flotte.
Then, just like before, the vision dissipated. And I was suddenly with you again.
Bien. Donc, les piliers maintenant. Qu'est-ce qu'on a de beau?
This stone bears the image of a storm.
Le
Or
vent.
perhaps the wind. On this stone, the sun is visible.
Soleil, j'ai vu aussi.
The drawing on this stone makes me think of
Le
fire.
feu. Le soleil.
I'm certain. This drawing looks like an infant.
Non, on n'a pas parlé de tour. Enfin,
Here
peut-être
this
à la
looks like
fin,
a
mais
snowflake.
la neige, le froid, la glace, ouais.
This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. This stone is blackened, eaten away.
C'est la mort.
I think it's supposed to evoke death.
Bien. Ok, je me suis mis tout ça sur un petit bout de papier. Le premier, c'est le vent. Ça, il n'y a aucun doute. Après, il y avait de la glace. Après, il a parlé du soleil. Alors, il y a le feu et le soleil, mais il évoque le soleil. Après, la flotte. Il n'y a eu pas de mort et de vie, hein. Yes, ça a marché. Accomplir l'épreuve. Le dernier. Alors, question, si j'avais épargné toutes les bestioles avant, est-ce que je me battrais quand même contre cette immonde bête?
I need a bit of practice.
Non, mais... C'est combien? 3 de vigueur et j'en suis à combien? Non, c'est mon agilité, force. Ouais, bah écoute, hein, on va aller dans la fosse au lion. Ouais. Faut absolument que je l'affronte ou pas? Oula. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Il a disparu. Oh, c'est joli.
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tearfredi, and a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Einon Milfrichtemann.
Accomplir l'épreuve, yes. Parler. Bon alors le bilan. Bon, j'ai pas fait du stealth, ça c'est clair. Je l'ai fait avec mon cœur, je l'ai fait avec ce que j'ai pu.
Bertir to mad on Almanawi. I congratulate you for passing the trial. Enter.
Ça va, on commence par les félicitations, on n'a pas du tout merdé. Bilan du chef.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tearfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. And the island has seen inside you. You have given the blood of the animals that protected the entrance to the passage. You have chosen strength a first time. In the second room, you have awoken the Dosentats to better best them. Finally, you have completed the ritual. And in so doing, the Guardian recognized you as a wise man. You choose to trust the way of rules and wisdom. It is a difficult path, but it carries generous fruits. The island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion. The friendship of Katasach towards you no longer surprises me.
Am I authorized to encounter Enomil Frichtemann now? To present him with my request?
If the High King agrees, yes. We shall not oppose that decision. Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you. Your voyage is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well. Where can I find them?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another trial on your path to find the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago.
Bascule d'énigme en
Since
énigme.
then we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Debra, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
Yes, I heard about your loss, Siora. And divorced Tirce. Mourning is a difficult time to pass.
And divorced Tirce. Thank you, Glendan.
Dedra is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vedlog.
I've already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas, he leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekidan Nadages.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glendan.
Kwa awalamsek. I hope that you will find him.
Preuve des eaux. Terminé. Et ben on va s'arrêter là pour cet épisode. Next step, on va retourner voir notre ami Constantin pour lui parler du sanctuaire. Bonne fin de journée à vous.